And so I remember one time I was with mom and we were walking through and the game goes off. And I immediately got down on the ground and put my hands behind my head. And she's like, oh my God, Christopher, get up, get up, get up. And the poor like cashier who's there was like, you're okay.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Short Pour, where we might be having a sloppy end of this episode. We're your hosts. I'm Chris.
And I'm Brandon.
And today, my brother has surprised me with the darkest beer we have had on this show. This is darker than Beware the Dark.
Oh, yeah. It is. You're right. It is.
This is black.
Hey, to be fair, the can of this is like the most generic looking. It's just silver.
Yeah,
There's
it does look
nothing
very
on it. And all it just says is blended with lumber number 6.
Yep.
I have zero idea what that means.
Yeah, and that's the beer that we're trying today. It is literally called Blended with Lumber number 6 by Timber Ales. So the back of the bottle with this one is Blended with Lumber is our barrel blended Imperial Stout series. Blend number 6 features 1/3 Imperial Stout aged for 26 to 30 months in a variety of Willett Family Estate single barrels blended with 2/3 fresh Imperial Stout. The finished product is then conditioned on toasted coconut and coffee, and it comes in at a 13.4% ABV.
Yeah. The other shocking thing about this one single can, it was like $10.
Yeah.
It is a regular sized beer can. I did not look at the price when I bought it. It was basically just an unmarked can I found in the store that I thought was like...
With tax, man?
Who knows what we're getting here?
It's like $1 an ounce.
Yeah, it's like 80 cents per percent alcohol.
Jesus Christ. So yeah, I guess this is their... I'm surprised too that they've had 5 other previous attempts before this.
Well, I don't know that it's necessarily attempts, more as just like different recipes.
Yeah, different recipes.
I mean, like it gives me the idea of like a cologne.
Yeah,
like the naming convention of like a cologne. But I was like, well, essentially that would be basically how all of the other beers are for like they just didn't give it like
the specific
unique little name.
recipe.
They just told you exactly what it blended with lumber number 6.
Yeah.
Okay. I also didn't know if it was like number 6, like the iteration, or if the lumber, like, like there's like those type 2 pencils.
Yeah, the number
number 6 pencils.
That's
just
the
stick
lead.
It in there.
That's like
yeah,
the
I know
lead
it. I know
size.
it is. I know it is.
Oh my gosh, I could see this like like what like a. It wouldn't be like a Timothy Chalamet because I feel like this is going to be too bold for like soft boy energy.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe like the guy who plays Machete.
Yeah.
Maybe like that guy, like with like a red or brown or maybe just black and white filter on him, and he's just like walking through like a desert.
Yeah.
Blended with lumber number 6. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you're just like, what the? And there's like I don't know, like a rhinoceros that walks by him, and you're like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, that would be.
I can imagine that.
Yeah, that would be a good commercial.
Let's make it happen. Machete, if you want to come on the show, it's an open invitation.
Wait, are we just trying to make it like a cologne commercial?
That's what I thought you said.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, somehow I got lost with the machete thing, and then I just didn't know.
Machete.
What is that guy's name?
I don't know.
Dude, I know.
Is
I know
it
his
Danny
name.
something?
Danny Trevejo or something like that?
Danny Trevejo.
Let's go.
All right,
yes,
we got it.
All right, we're good.
Danny.
We don't need to look it up. Yeah, Danny boy.
If you want to come on the show.
I'm not going to be blended anymore.
Yeah.
I hate that commercial.
Yeah, I do too.
All right, we ready to get into it?
Yeah. Well, I want to taste it.
We need to taste it. Oh,
yeah,
boy.
I'm scared, but I want to taste it first.
All right, here we go.
That's a lot.
I'm going to say this. This is probably the first time I've ever said this. That's actually a really, like, complex flavor.
It is.
It starts off with, like, coffee, almost caramel, like a little chocolatey. And I get the coconut for sure.
Yeah.
You know what the aftertaste is? Popsicle stick.
Popsicle stick.
Like the
That's
stick,
the wood. That's the lumber.
The stick
That's
of
number
a popsicle.
6.
Yes. That's what popsicle sticks are made out of.
Dude, you're right.
I had a
my
popsicle on
God.
the way over here, actually. So it's like very top of mind. But
Okay, it is good. It is complex. It's like tingly when it's in your mouth.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
It's like tingly.
there's a lot going on with that.
It is not as scary as as it looks.
Yeah, as it looks, or knowing that it's what 13.6 or whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't taste like that much,
No.
which is crazy. Because my friend Nate and I had a 15.6% one time, and it was nigh inedible. It was so disgusting.
Yeah.
This is actually this is good.
I would say this is good, and this is also this is a very unique beer.
Not a float trip beer.
No.
No way, dude. This is this is the only thing you're doing, just sitting down, drinking this.
Yeah. But this is a very I'm really glad we tried it.
It's a sophisticated
It's
beer.
yeah, it is actually. I like it.
Yeah. This is like a good how many beers would you say we've had now?
Like in our life or in this show?
In our life.
Oh, I have no idea about that.
And it's over 100, right?
Yeah.
Different kinds.
Like different kinds, yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, this is a good 50th beer. I feel like if you tried 50 different kinds of beers, you're in it.
Oh yeah, do not try this first.
Yeah, that's what I mean though. But I wouldn't even say try this, second or
yeah, you need to be seasoned.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's a good
you're
50th
right.
beer.
You're right. I agree with that.
If you've tried 50 beers,
I
you'll
will
probably
say,
like it.
I'm interested in trying the other 5 blends at some point.
Well, I mean, I would imagine this is the best one though.
Why?
Well, because they moved on from the other blends.
No, see, this is what I was saying. Instead of having Boulevard has Tank 7, Boulevard Wheat, 89 or whatever.
Yeah.
I think these are all just different recipes. It's not
it's totally
not
different beer.
It's not a 6.0. It's just this is just the 6th different recipe we tried. We still have the other 5. They're just different beers. I think that's what it is. There's no way they're relying on just one beer, right?
Well, I would imagine they would have other beers, but this is the one that's blended with lumber.
Okay, we need to do further research, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't want to have Tank 1 at this point. It's probably bad.
But what God.
Maybe by Tank 3 or 4, they might have started to figure it out. But if they're on 7 now, I wouldn't want to go back to 1.
Jesus. But I'm saying...
I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
Oh, my God. My head hurts. All right. Today, so with the can being as it is, if you weren't right up on it, it literally just looks like an unmarked, totally generic silver can.
Yeah, they even even the writing is
everything
just
is
a different
so faint.
shade of
Yes.
silver.
Yes.
It's just a slightly darker shade of silver.
Yeah, it is branded. You can see where the sticker stops.
Yeah.
But
oh, yeah, this is from Connecticut. New Haven, Connecticut.
So today with that, we're going to be checking out metal detectors.
Oh.
So you and I were talking about this recently. I was like, you know what? I don't actually know how a metal detector works. Mm-hmm. I'm not for sure. And you threw out the idea of magnets.
Magnetism.
Or magnetism. So for a metal detector, in short, yes, magnetism is basically what they run off of.
Oh, yes. Okay. I was like, it's gotta be.
Yeah. So they rely on, they have a transmitter coil, and it produces its own magnetic field, it produces a current, and it just sets that out. Then they also have in there a receiver coil, and the receiver coil detects when there's been an interruption to that magnetic field. So when the magnetic field is out and it's interacting with the environment, if it interacts with a metal object, then the magnetic field changes because of that metal object.
Yeah.
Therefore, the magnetic field's now been interrupted. The receiver coil detects that and then sets off some sort of ping or alarm or however it alerts you. But that's essentially what it's doing and how they pick those up.
Okay. So that also means then that essentially there's no way to fool a metal detector?
So
unless you fully encase the object that you're trying to hide in something that disrupts the magnet, that encases its magnetic field, right? Is that how we get people shoving stuff up their butt? Does that work?
But that doesn't work.
Yeah, that doesn't work. Okay.
Yeah, that doesn't work. Yeah, I guess I'm not sure how you would. So there are some metals that it struggles with. So it struggles with metals with low conductivity.
Uh-huh.
So I guess maybe if you did something with that. then maybe that could. But I guess I'm not sure how the magnetic field works if like somehow the inside one can interact with. I don't know. I don't know how actually that would work.
Okay, so also, does this mean that if like you really want to like, if you really wanted to pull like a bad prank, you could like slip like a little magnet in your buddy's like pocket, like before they go into like a game or whatever, and it'll immediately set it off?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Like if you're going to a concert or like a ball game or something, and they walk through or they do the little wand.
Yeah. Well, but the problem there is that like you are told to take out your, like you're supposed to take everything out of your pockets. Like,
yeah, if you put it.
you'd have to put it in
Sorry,
their
that's
pocket.
my son.
Yeah. You have to, who knows if that got picked up or not? But
Yeah.
You'd have to put that in their pocket after they like.
Well, if you put it in their back pocket. I don't.
Back pocket.
I would never.
I never
check.
check. Yeah. When did? There's like a hard line in generations of when people stopped putting wallets in their back pocket.
Yeah, I do not. I am anyone, a side pocket boy.
Yeah, I am too. I don't know anyone our age that puts it in their back pocket. Yeah, actually,
I don't.
All of my friends, I think, all put it in their side pocket.
Dude, I'll be honest too. If I can avoid it, I don't put it in. I don't put it in any pocket.
Where do you put it?
On a normal work day.
Oh, is it like in your backpack or something?
Just put it in my backpack.
Yeah, I do that too sometimes.
I just don't. I'm just like, it's easier to like not have it. It's just like so bulky.
My problem is that if I don't have it and we're out doing our walk and we walk by the Starbucks.
Oh yeah, you're tempted.
There's always a chance that I'm like, maybe we might get something. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll keep going with metal detectors here. So early years of them, James Garfield, the former U.S. president, was shot twice, obviously like assassination attempt, and Alexander Graham Bell used like a primitive version of it to try and detect where those bullets were because they were having trouble getting them out.
Oh,
it didn't work, but
okay. But he tried. And those ideas that he used to do it, other people were like, you know what, that actually should work. Like this should be something we can do. So the first patent was filed in 1931. There's like a little bit of debate on that. And then like the first like hobbyist metal detectors, like just handheld ones that just some random person could buy, were available in 1972. And so we'll talk about how metal detectors are kind of used today when we get back from the break. Okay, so just clarifying though with that last bit. He used an early metal detector, right? Not like a magnet to try to get the bullet out?
Correct, yeah. Early metal detector.
Okay. For a second, I was like, maybe he used like what if we just put a big-ass magnet over him and we'll get the bullets out?
Yeah, no. He did that to try and find the bullet. There were two bullets, actually. And I guess, I don't know if it was like, I mean, I don't know what exactly the problem was. But the second time he tried it, it was like, it seemed like it was going off in this one area, but like it wasn't like a definitive thing. But that was also where the surgeon agreed that he thought that the bullets were too. So like those two pieces of data kind of like led them to believe like
it was working.
We think this is right. He ended up dying from like a sepsis infection from the bullet wound anyway. So like, even if they found them,
it didn't matter.
Yeah, he had an infection. That's what ended up happening. But for today, actually, when we were first talking about metal detectors, what kind of metal detector do you think of when you think of a metal detector?
When I think of a metal detector, I guess I think of two. I think of the like security ones. I guess maybe three. I think of like the upright, almost door frame looking ones.
Yes. Walk through.
I think of the wand.
Yes.
And then I think of like the old man with socks and sandals. Out on the like with it looks almost like a weed eater.
Yes.
With like a flat plate on the bottom, and they do like, and it like has like the forearm strap, and they're like out there. Because I remember we used to have like the Green Army men have guys with metal detectors
because he was looking for mines.
Yeah, like minesweepers. So those are like the ones I think of.
Yeah, those are the only three that I also think of too. But I guess like when I initially thought of a metal detector, I thought of the like walk-through detectors. Like when you first asked, like when we first talked about how they work, that's what I was like initially thinking of, and then I was like, oh wait, but then there's also the like the other kind, but they all essentially work off the same principle.
That seems like the most, like the best one for quickly scanning people, right? Because like if somebody walks through it, it would go off, right? Like, whereas I feel like with the wands, like you have to take the time to. If you, I don't know, if you like
basically trace the person.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I guess people argued about that because the other problem is that like the only time you really deal with them are in like large masses or like at an airport.
Yeah.
And those things are just inherently slow. You know, like, I mean, like TSA is looking at like your bags and you have to pull out your Nintendo Switch and like all the, you know, like it's just a slow process. And then same with like trying to get into like a giant like baseball or football game. And you're walking in there with thousands of other people. Like it's just not going to be fast. But I think you're right. I think it is the more efficient way. But a lot of people have this like idea that they're slow because of the like stop. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
And then the like you have to put your stuff off to the side in that little dog bowl and they move it down there and then like it's just I don't know, getting rid of all your metal stuff.
I guess that's true because as soon as you get in, you still have to just wait in the line of people once you get in anyway.
Yeah.
Like it's slow getting to your seat or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's different though than like the ones that they have in stores, right? Because that's just scanning for like merchandise, like barcodes.
Those are no, I thought that too. But I think what it's scanning for is they have these like little stickers on there, or they have you know, like those things they like wrap around like electronics, like they use like that special magnetic tag to like undo it. So those aren't using they must not be metal detectors because like I walked through it with my keys and my phone and like nothing happened. So I guess I don't know exactly what they're doing. But I remember one time I bought a wallet from Kohl's and it had like that sticker kind of like
in it?
card looking thing in it.
Yeah.
And it set it off and I, you know, I'm walking out and they're like they of course do the thing like you're good, just go ahead. So I like walked out. So then I'm walking around and I went to I switched over, I got my new wallet and I went to like Target or something and it went off again. And I was like, what the hell? Like what is going on? So I really look in the wall and I find that sticker thing. And I realized that that's what it was because then I like put that out by itself and it went off. So then I stuck it in Holden's wallet.
Oh!
I didn't tell him.
Oh man. Okay, so you were the guy who did that bad prank, the mean-spirited prank to a friend.
I thought it was funny.
That is funny. Yeah, I remember the Target that we grew up by. Their like little scanner would go off all the time, like all the time, just like for a lot of people. And so I remember one time I was with Mom, and we were walking through, and the gate goes off, and I immediately got down on the ground and put my hands behind my head, and she's like, "Oh my God, Christopher, get up, get up, get up!" And the poor like cashier who stares like, "You're okay."
Yeah. I'd like to know what that person thinks about. How often is this guy like getting arrested or in trouble? To just,
every time I go to the airport.
Reaction.
Every time I go to the airport, I always get randomly selected.
Yeah, I would say I almost always get randomly selected unless I go with you. And then you get pulled then instead of me.
Yep.
All right. So for metal detectors, like how will they work? It's like a typical like hobby detector. So the ones you were talking about, like on the beach with the like wand looking kind of thing, or not wand, like the full like weed eater looking kind of thing. They can detect a coin-sized object around 4 to 12 inches, like under the surface.
That's like nothing. I would have figured they'd be way better than that.
I know.
That's nothing.
I know. Because I was thinking about that too, and I was like, dude, because people always talk about like for like buried treasure, and I was like, so they like just like put it basically like in a hole and just like
they let the ocean do the work.
Used arm's worth of sand to cover it up. Like what? So they have like they do have higher tiers. Those are, I guess, just like, I don't know, like maybe like entry level. I don't know what to equate them to. So there's a mid tier of deep seeking detectors. They can do 12 to 18 feet.
Whoa, okay, yeah, that's a huge jump.
And then there's the expert level that can do up to 65 feet.
Holy shit! Okay,
and there I'm like,
there we go. Yeah. Okay, but here's the thing, though.
Here.
I guess it does make sense though with the hobbyists. Like, are you really gonna want to sit there and like dig a fucking hole?
Right.
Even more. What's like? I think 2 feet might be my limit.
In dirt or sand? Because I always think of them on the beach.
Yeah, me too.
I know you can
either
go wherever,
one.
but...
I think a 2-foot hole would be, if it's any more than 2 feet, I'd be like, nah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's gonna be, something stupid down there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
that's a lot of work.
You can get down there and like it's just a pop tab.
Yeah.
Like, So I guess they also do have settings where they can change the frequency to be like more sensitive to different metals.
Oh,
So you can have some sort of idea that like this could be gold. You know?
It's on the expert level.
Yeah. I think that's on regular ones actually. They can do.
Oh,
that.
really?
Yeah. But then also we have some metals that won't be detected. So stainless steel, titanium, and some aluminum alloys, they will not be picked up. So they just go undetected. But that was the other thing. Do you know what the plate in your head is?
No, I don't.
We need to find that out.
Yeah, we need to find out. It doesn't
go
it
off. Yeah, it doesn't go off. But I was like, is it? I guess I assumed it was titanium, but I didn't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I really have no idea. But yeah, whatever it is, it has never set off anything.
No, it's one of your 2 onyx. I don't know what it is.
What are my 2 onyx?
It's one of your 2 onyx. You're bionic. I don't know.
Oh my god!
I don't know what your first onyx is.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, I'm bi.
Yeah,
I'm bionic. Got 2 onyx.
I don't know. I don't know what you call. Am I just mono? Like I don't know.
Monoonic.
Monoonic. I don't know what I am. All right, that's about all I got.
Okay. All right. What's the word on the streets for this one?
All right, so we've got there's much good here.
Yes,
Solid base
is.
beer, if a tad sweet, good look and feel, aged without presenting an unsavory soy-like oxidative tone from sloppy racking.
Oh, it does look like soy though.
It does look like
it looks
soy.
like soy sauce.
Yeah, it looks like soy sauce for sure.
That actually, I wholeheartedly disagree with that part because it looks exactly like soy sauce.
And this is where it starts to get a little off the rails. And though the raunchy alcoholic hotness is ready to eviscerate you, your wife, your children, and all your pets, it is somehow just barely contained, like the velociraptors in that first Jurassic Park flick, until Wayne Knight's character disabled the fences.
What?
Dude, hey, you know what? Wayne Knight is Newman, right? We finally got it. We finally, I think that's him, dude.
All right, Wayne, open invitation to the show. If you want to come onto the show, we'll have you.
Yeah, we've been inviting a lot of celebrities.
One of them will pay that.
And hopefully that you know affects the quality of this show.
With my dog barking in the background.
The proof is in the pudding. Thanks for listening. As always, if you want to like or subscribe, please follow us on Instagram at shortpourpodcast or send us a suggestion through email at shortpourpod@gmail.com.
And as always, whether you pour short
or pour long,
always finish.